Nicolas just declared war on the U.S. The Georgians hit our communications, transportation, power grids. We still don't know how extensive the
What's up, everybody? It's Snotrag, and today we have the game that started it all for me, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. And we're going to be doing this on hard difficulty. The way that this game works and everything is that there are multiple scripted events, but I'm going to try to do this as stealthily as I can. But it's also going to be based on kind of like in my own interpretation of what Sam Fisher would do. You know, if Sam Fisher was given the green light to engage hostiles, I think he would do it. Because he's not going to take the chance of trying to get around them unless he knows he can and take him out or just completely bypass them. If he's ordered to do something, he's going to do it. That's just the way that he was. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this with the training mission.
Canceled a trip to Georgia this morning after the suicide bomb assassination of that country's president by separatist rebels from the Abkhazia region. Continued fighting in the Abkhazia and South Ossetia regions has hindered Georgia's hopes of integration into Western institutions. Industry baron Combain Nicolas seized power today in a bloodless coup, installing himself in the presidential palace behind a wall of political and military support. The charismatic billionaire plans on holding elections within a matter of days to affirm his seat of power and promises a pristine and profitable relationship with America and the West. Bringing high-speed fiber optic connectivity to areas of Eastern Europe that less than a decade past didn't have telephones. The technological leap is due largely to the efforts of rising information industries in the Netherlands, and especially Georgia, where the Vice President called his visit to Georgia an honor and called Georgian President Combain Nicolas a man with his eyes on the future.
CIA Training Farm, Camp Perry, Virginia, August 7th, 2004, 0601. Prove that you are the right man for the job. As Agent Sam Fisher, you have been recruited to spearhead the operational arm of the National Security Agency's Third Echelon initiative. Before being sent into the field, you must demonstrate that you possess the skills to undertake dangerous and covert solo missions.
Sam Fisher. I can't believe you beat me here.
I like to be early. Hello, Colonel.
You can use my name. The room's safe.
Lambert.
Good to see you again. I trust NSA orientation is going well?
Well enough. Everybody's been real coy about what exactly I'm allowed to know.
It's the nature of the agency. We don't let any one person know everything, which means we've all got to work together.
Even though I'll be out there alone.
You'll be transmitting to us in more ways than you can imagine, and we'll be online through your earpiece and OPSAT.
And that's how we're handling training.
Yep. Sorry to make you run the course. I know you've been taking care of yourself.
I haven't been in the field in years.
Sure. But tradecraft is something you don't forget. It's like riding a bike.
Or wearing high heels.
Be careful, Fisher. Everything we say is being monitored. You know how nervous the brass is about exercising the Fifth Freedom.
I'll be good.
Be better than good. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative. The role aggressive intelligence operations will play in NSA's future will depend largely on your performance. I'll see you on the far side of the course. All right, Sam, let's get started. Can you hear me clearly?
Hi there.
Good. That means the implanted speaker is working correctly. Now, the technicians here want to calibrate your equipment. Can you turn to the red emergency light on the wall to your left? Great. Now the one on your right. Okay, same thing for pitch. Look for another light up in the rafters on the ceiling. Excellent. Now look for one on the ground in front of you. All right, Fisher, we'll get through this as quickly as possible. We'll start simple. Climb up onto that ledge, over that pool.
So literally I'm doing this just so that way I can get back into the feel of everything, because it's been a while since I touched this game, but my god does it feel good. I'm doing the Splinter Cell series in honor of the fact we're getting the remake.
We'll let you do your thing here. You're looking at your basic assault course. I'll chime back in once you've passed it.
So in terms of when the remake is coming out, nobody's really certain, but they made the announcement and everything that they are in the process of developing it. If I were to guess, I don't think we're going to be getting any kind of further information other than trailers and stuff like that until the end of this year. We're probably not going to get our hands on the game itself until like maybe late 2024, early 2025. So the assault course is relatively easy, and I'm doing it once again just to get used to the controls and everything. And the iconic split jump. God, I remember utilizing that a lot. And I remember when I was younger, this was the very first game that my dad got me, and I had the Nintendo GameCube. If anybody remembers that console, that's the one that I had. And back then, I was just fundamentally too young to really understand the core objective of the game and everything like that. So my dad, you know, with him being in the military and everything, he got me these games, and it's pretty much just like, hey, you know, you see a bad guy, you shoot them. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, when I first got this game and everything like that, when I was younger, playing the missions and everything like that, I would just do nothing but, you know, be loud and proud, because it's like, hey, you know, he's my dad. He knows what he's talking about. He has to make these kinds of decisions all the time in the Army. So I would see a bad guy and I would shoot it, and he'd be like, damn it, Sam, you're supposed to go undetected, that kind of stuff. So I literally had no idea what I was doing. And it wasn't until I think I was a little bit older. I think it was... Gosh, I think around the time the Xbox was ending and the 360s were coming out, my dad, I remember my friend had a copy of the OG Splinter Cell on the Xbox, and he's like, hey, I don't like this game, here you go. And I'm like, oh.
Good job, Fisher. As soon as you can find a way over the gate, we'll move on to covert ops training.
And I'm like, oh, well, I used to play this game all the time. And then that's when I understood the mechanics and everything like that, of how to sneak by undetected, how the lights and shadows and everything worked, and what a great game this really was. And this was the game that kind of made me into the guy I am today and everything, and gave me my love and affection of stealth games.
You're moving on into covert ops. The objective is to sneak through the area without being detected. We've got live bodies in there. Some of the top CIA instructors have kindly volunteered to be your victims.
But this is the game that got me started, because then after I beat this game when I was younger, I remember...
The next door is locked, Sam. You'll need to use your lockpicks to get through.
I know I'm talking a lot this playthrough, but I remember it was... I think it was one of my friends. He's like, hey, I heard that you're good on stealth games. I need your help with this game. And it was Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. And I remember beating that, and then that's how I fell in love with the Metal Gear franchise, went back and played them all, and then played all Splinter Cells and everything, and I fell in love with stealth games.
This next door is keypad locked. The man guarding the door has the code to open it, but he's been instructed not to cooperate. Convince him otherwise.
So literally this entire mission section here, it's just getting you acquainted with the controls and how everything works. With the meter down there, you can see that we are in the dark. They'll explain that later, but right now it's just gonna get us to interrogate people.
Hi there.
Hi.
You're not going easy on me, are you?
Not so tight. That hurts.
Sorry about that. What's the door code?
28469.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Likewise.
So 28469 is the door code. 28469. It always sounded like he said fours growing up as well. And I remember the intros were different because the GameCube intro actually had a different intro compared to the Xbox and everything like that. You guys can pretty much look that up on YouTube now, but I remember how cool that intro was. It was so awesome.
This next door is retinal scanner locked. These things are cheap and near impossible to hack. Fortunately, it's just a matter of getting the right eyes to the scanner, usually an officer. The gentleman ahead is registered for the scanner. Convince him to open the door for you.
But also, it's a good thing that I didn't count that as cinematic for the GameCube as canon, because they're completely different stories. In that opening with the GameCube, I remember it was Agents Madison and Blaustein as like really like elite like spies and everything like that, when that's not entirely the truth of the original story. She is a spy, but she wasn't like that over the top and like almost like that equivalent of Sam. Neither was Blaustein.
Exercise caution.
So you guys can check out that trailer on YouTube. It's on YouTube somewhere, but that trailer is not a part of the story's canon.
Let's work on stealth. Your gun should always be a last resort. Invisibility is your best weapon. We've got a network of photocells on your outfit connected to a visibility meter on your OPSAT. If the meter's at 4, you're lit up like a Dutch brothel. At 0, you're a ghost's shadow.
Lit up like a Dutch brothel. Oh, God. And I was really too young to understand the metaphors and everything when I was a kid. But playing this game as I'm a lot older now, it's great with the analogies and metaphors. Now, this is one thing that I remember 100% of the time, is that the accuracy in this game incredibly sucks. So that's just kind of evident that you were not really meant to shoot people in the game. But, you know, like I said, I was a little too young to understand that.
Some cameras are more fragile, and all you'll need to do to get past them is shoot them. Sometimes the only way to pass a camera will be to stick to existing shadows and time your movement.
Now, because this is a relatively old game, it is a little hard to tell when is the appropriate time to move and everything like that. But I'm just doing this based on visual representation, because the sound is a little weird here. As you can hear, you can't hear the camera rearing up. So we did that relatively quick, and we're just going to wait for the camera to turn back around, and then we're going to go. Pretty easy.
Knock out the guard in the corridor and hide his body before the patrolling guard finds it.
So here it's just pretty much teaching us how to hide bodies and everything like that. Hopefully if we do this series right, I won't have to worry about this. It's not going to be a no knockout like my other videos of Splinter Cell Blacklist. There's probably going to be some videos of here where we don't have to take anybody out, but
Okay, now Fisher, let's bring in another guard to evaluate your work.
but those videos are probably going to vary based on the mission and what I was able to figure out and everything. There are multiple scripted moments where we do have to take people out, and it can be entirely optional, or it can be entirely non-optional. But in my case, we're going to figure it out, and we're also going to be doing it on the way Sam Fisher himself would do it and how I would do it as well. So he's going back into his little soiree.
Good work, Sam. Remember that discretion is critical to our operations. Covering up the evidence of your passing through will go a long way towards proving our usefulness in the field. The next hallway's the same idea, but for sound. I'll be monitoring a few hidden mics.
So here, I remember this part when I was younger for the GameCube version. In the original GameCube version, this whole area was actually filled with smoke, and it made sneaking by this a lot more difficult. And then when I first played the Xbox and everything when I was younger, I was amazed that all the smoke and everything was gone. And little did I know, at that part in time, with that certain section when you had the GameCube version, you could have your thermal goggles to go through the smoke. I don't remember how I did it when I was younger. I think what I did was I tilted the camera up like this and kind of guided around where the chains were dangling. I was a weird kid. But yeah.
Have you started yet? Fisher! Holy Christmas, you're at the end. Phenomenal work. Let's move on.
Because I'm the one and only Sam Fisher, bitches.
That's gotta be him.
Yep. Sam Fisher, let me introduce you to Vernon Wilkes Jr.
Hello.
Hey, I've heard crazy things about your work.
I hope you don't mind. I told him some of your stories from Kuwait.
We're all friends here.
Right on.
Junior Wilkes is a longtime NSA employee. He'll be your wheels, wings, and weapons. He coordinates transportation and equipment.
Great.
For sure. Man, you must be itching to get back out in the field, huh?
It's all I'm good at.
Well, it's all we need. Welcome to the NSA.
I'm sure things are going to come together famously. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative, and we're going to have a lot to prove.
Right.
The two of you will be Third Echelon's first team on the ground. Be ready for it, and do us proud. Welcome to the NSA.